Bron Breakker just made the biggest mistake of his entire career. What you're about to witness is the most disgusting, cowardly, backstabbing moment in recent WWE history, and I'm telling you right now this changes everything. Bron Breakker, the man we all thought was a future world champion, the guy carrying the legendary Steiner legacy on his shoulders, just threw it all away in the most pathetic display of jealousy and insecurity we've ever seen. And you know what the worst part is? He did it to the one person who actually had his back. The one person who saw potential in him when everyone else was doubting. Bronson Reed is done with Bron Breakker, and honestly, can you blame him? Let me set the scene for you, because if you missed Monday Night Raw, you missed an absolute travesty. Bronson Reed has been on an absolute tear lately. The big tsunami has been obliterating everyone in his path, showing the WWE Universe exactly why he's one of the most dangerous men in the entire company. We're talking about a 300-plus pound wrecking machine who moves like a cruiserweight and hits harder than a freight train. Reed has been stacking bodies, making statements, and positioning himself as a legitimate threat to the Intercontinental Championship, and throughout this entire journey, guess who was right there beside him? Bron Breakker. These two powerhouses had formed what looked like the beginning of something truly special, a brotherhood built on mutual respect, similar wrestling styles, and an understanding that together, they could absolutely dominate the Raw roster. They were watching each other's backs, supporting each other's wins, and honestly, it looked like we were witnessing the formation of the most unstoppable tag team or alliance in WWE. But Monday night, everything came crashing down in the most disgusting way possible. Bronson Reed was in the middle of the ring, cutting a promo about his upcoming opportunities, talking about how he's ready to take that next step, ready to capture championship gold, and showing respect to the journey he and Bron have been on together. The man was being genuine. He was being real. He was acknowledging the bond they'd built. And what does Bron Breakker do? This man waits until Reed's guard is completely down, waits until the moment is perfect, and then strikes like the coward he truly is. Spear. Out of nowhere. Bron Breakker nearly split Bronson Reed in half with the most vicious spear we've seen in months. Reed didn't see it coming. He couldn't see it coming because he trusted Bron. He thought they were brothers. He thought they had each other's backs. And Bron took advantage of that trust in the most despicable way imaginable. But it didn't stop there. Oh no, it gets so much worse. After the spear, after Reed was already down and gasping for air, Bron Breakker stood over him with this sick smile on his face. This twisted, jealous, pathetic smile that told us everything we needed to know. This wasn't about strategy. This wasn't about opportunity. This was about jealousy. This was about Bron Breakker looking at Bronson Reed's success and realizing that Reed was getting more attention, more opportunities, more respect from the WWE Universe, and his fragile little ego couldn't handle it. The disrespect didn't end with the spear, though. Bron grabbed a microphone, stood over Reed's fallen body, and had the audacity to say that he doesn't need anyone, that he's a Steiner and Steiner stand alone, that Bronson Reed was holding him back. Holding him back? Are you kidding me right now? Reed was elevating you, Bron. Reed was making you look better. Reed was giving you credibility by association. And you have the nerve to claim he was the problem. The entitlement. The arrogance. The sheer disrespect of it all. Bron Breakker just burned the biggest bridge he had in WWE, and for what? For 15 seconds of feeling powerful? For a cheap pop and some temporary shock value? This is the kind of decision that ruins careers. This is the kind of betrayal that wrestlers never recover from. And you know what Bronson Reed did? He cut all ties. Every single connection, every single thread of their alliance gone. Reed made it crystal clear on social media after the show that Bron Breakker is dead to him. No more brotherhood. No more watching each other's backs. No more alliance. Reed posted a video that has the entire WWE Universe talking, and his message was simple but powerful. You wanted to stand alone? You got it. But when you fall, and you will fall, don't you dare look in my direction for help. That is the energy we need. That is the response this betrayal deserved. Bronson Reed isn't crying about it. He isn't playing victim. He's making it abundantly clear that Bron Breakker just made himself an enemy, and not just any enemy, an enemy who weighs over 300 pounds, can fly through the air like gravity doesn't exist, and has absolutely nothing to lose anymore. Let's talk about what this means for both of their careers moving forward, because the implications are massive. For Bronson Reed, this is actually the best thing that could have happened to him. Hear me out. Reed was already on an upward trajectory, but now he has nuclear levels of motivation. He has a clear target. He has someone to absolutely destroy. And the WWE Universe is going to be firmly in his corner because everyone loves a good revenge story. Everyone wants to see the person who got betrayed come back and make their betrayer pay. Reed is about to enter his villain era, and I'm here for it. He's going to be more aggressive, more violent, more dangerous than we've ever seen him. Every match he has from this point forward is going to have an extra level of intensity because he's wrestling with that betrayal burning in his chest. And when he finally gets his hands on Bron Breakker, and mark my words, he will get his hands on him, it's going to be one of the most brutal, hard-hitting matches we've seen in years. But for Bron Breakker, this might be the beginning of the end. And I know that sounds dramatic, but think about it. What has Bron actually accomplished by doing this? He's alienated a potential ally. He's shown the entire locker room that he can't be trusted. He's positioned himself as someone who will stab you in the back the second he feels threatened by your success. Who's going to want to work with him now? Who's going to trust him? Who's going to watch his back when he inevitably needs help? Bron Breakker just isolated himself in the most dangerous locker room in professional wrestling. And for what? To prove he's tough? We already knew he was tough. To show he can succeed on his own? He was already succeeding. This betrayal served no purpose except to satisfy his ego and create an enemy who is now obsessed with making him suffer. And let's be real about something else, the WWE Universe is not going to forget this. The fans are not going to just move on and pretend this didn't happen. Bron Breakker is going to get booed out of every single arena he walks into. Every match, every promo, every appearance, the fans are going to let him know that what he did was unforgivable. He's going to hear Bronson Reed's name chanted at him. He's going to see signs about betrayal. He's going to feel the weight of this decision every single day moving forward. This is career-defining, but not in the way Bron thinks. He thinks this is his moment to break out as a solo star, to step out of anyone's shadow and claim his spot at the top of WWE. But what he's actually done is guarantee that he'll forever be remembered as the guy who betrayed his brother. The guy who couldn't handle someone else's success. The guy whose insecurity cost him everything. The comparisons to other famous WWE betrayals are already flooding social media. People are comparing this to Seth Rollins turning on the Shield, to Batista betraying Ric Flair, to Shawn Michaels superkicking Marty Jannetty through the barbershop window. These are the moments that define careers, but they also haunt careers. Rollins spent years trying to shake the reputation of being a backstabber, and Bron Breakker is about to learn that same lesson the hard way. What's even more frustrating is that this didn't have to happen. These two could have been unstoppable together. Imagine Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed as a dominant tag team. Imagine them holding championship gold together. Imagine them running roughshod over the entire Raw roster, taking out everyone in their path. They had chemistry. They had potential. They had the physical tools and the in-ring ability to be something truly special. But Bron's ego got in the way. His insecurity poisoned what could have been legendary. And now, instead of a partnership that could have lasted years and produced incredible moments, we have a bitter rivalry built on betrayal and broken trust. Instead of celebrating victories together, they're going to be trying to end each other's careers. Mark my words, when these two finally collide in a match, whether it's next week, next month, or at a premium live event, it's going to be violent. It's going to be personal. It's going to be the kind of match where both men are willing to sacrifice their bodies just to inflict pain on the other. There will be no technical wrestling showcase. There will be no friendly competition. This is going to be a fight. A genuine, real, visceral fight where the goal isn't to win, it's to hurt. Bronson Reed has already proven he's willing to do whatever it takes to make a statement. We've seen him hit multiple tsunamis on opponents. We've seen him dive off the top rope through announce tables. The man has no regard for his own safety when he's motivated, so imagine what he's willing to do now that he has a real reason to want to destroy someone. And honestly, WWE needs to strike while the iron is hot on this. Don't drag this out for months with no payoff. Give us the confrontation we're all dying to see. Give us the match that this betrayal demands. Put these two in a ring, maybe even a stipulation match like a street fight or a last man standing match, and let them tear each other apart. The WWE Universe is ready for it. Social media is exploding with reactions. Everyone is talking about this betrayal. Everyone wants to see Bronson Reed get his revenge. This is the kind of organic, genuine heat that WWE dreams of. This isn't manufactured controversy. This isn't scripted drama that feels forced. This is real emotion creating real investment from the fans. Bron Breakker better watch his back from this point forward, because Bronson Reed isn't going to forget. He isn't going to forgive. and he definitely isn't going to let this slide. Every time Bron walks through that curtain, every time he's in the ring, every time he's backstage, he needs to be looking over his shoulder because Reed is coming, and when he does, it's going to be biblical. This is the kind of storyline that makes WWE appointment viewing. This is why we tune in every single week. This is the drama, the emotion, the intensity that separates professional wrestling from every other form of entertainment. These are real athletes with real emotions creating real moments that we'll remember for years. So let me ask you, the WWE Universe, where do you stand on this? Are you Team Bronson Reed, ready to see him get his revenge? Or do you think Bron Breakker made the right move cutting ties before Reed overshadowed him completely? Drop your comments below because I need to know what you're thinking. Hit that like button if you think Bron made the biggest mistake of his career. And share this video because everyone needs to know about this disgusting betrayal. The war between Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed has officially begun, and I'm telling you right now, only one of them is walking away from this feud with their career intact. My money's on the big tsunami. Bronson Reed is about to remind everyone why you should never betray a 300-pound wrecking machine who can fly.